So I am here in Lakeland, Florida at the home of the Lakeland Flying Tigers. This is the second time I've done a video of a low A minor league game from here. I was also here for Tigers spring training back in March, but I love to check out these minor league ballparks. I literally drove about an hour, including traffic, from Walt Disney World today. So my shirt's soaked because it rained, but it's about an hour in traffic from Walt Disney World to get here and see a Lakeland Flying Tigers game. It may be worth it for you if you're having that off day during a trip and you want some affordable, family-friendly entertainment. So let's enjoy the ballpark. So Lakeland has hosted the Detroit Tigers for spring training since 1934. They've also had minor league baseball here since 1960. Originally, they were a Cleveland farm system. Then for a while, they were the San Francisco Giants. But they have been, let me see here, I'll get the exact number. They have been with the Tigers since 1963. So that's a pretty long run to be associated with one team when you're talking about a single A farm club. Just some notable alumni that I looked up here. So if you want to know some people who played here specifically as minor leaguers, I mean, a lot of big league players played here in spring training, but two guys who went on to be inducted into the Baseball Hall of Fame, Jack Morris and John Smoltz. Jack Morris maybe didn't deserve to be elected into the National Baseball Hall of Fame, but he did make it. Jack Morris and John Smoltz played here in Lakeland for the Tigers organization. Also in 2005, Justin Verlander, who when he retires and is out of the game for 5 years, which is the rule, he is definitely going to be a first ballot Hall of Famer. So there's another Hall of Famer, he just isn't quite there yet. Some other really notable players who played here: Lou Whitaker should be in the Hall of Fame, honestly. Dontrell Willis was really, really good for a short period of time. Ugueth Urbina, don't Google him. He had a pretty rocky post-baseball life. Gary Sheffield arguably should be in the Hall of Fame. 9-time Major League All-Star, 1992 NL batting title. Fernando Rodney played here. Rick Porcello, Lance Parrish, Phil Nevin, Andrew Miller. These are a lot of... Jim Leyland, who is now is in the Hall of Fame as a manager. Howard Johnson, who played for the Mets. Carlos Guillen, Curtis Granderson, Kirk Gibson, Mark Fidrich, the Bird, Tony Clark, who is now the head of the Players Union. They all played minor league baseball here in Lakeland, so that is pretty cool. It just goes to show that one of the reasons I always take video of the lineups when I come to these minor league baseball games is you never know, in 5 years I might look back and some of these guys are playing in the bigs. So really cool. I'm just gonna keep wandering around here. We're already, I think, in the 6th inning, so it's been going really quickly and I'm a little tired, so I've been sitting most of the time, and I do want to get around and show you everything. Because Lakeland serves as the spring training home for the Detroit Tigers, they have to have all of these secondary baseball fields for different practices and different trainings, because at some points during spring training, not only will the entire major league team be down here, but all of the minor league teams will be getting ready for their seasons as well. So you need plenty of fields. And then off in the distance, you can see why Lakeland got its name, because there are lakes all over here. And it's actually one of the things that makes it annoying to drive in Lakeland, because you don't get that grid pattern you get in other cities, because it always gets separated by lakes. These are the retired numbers for the Detroit Tigers. Obviously, Ty Cobb played at a time before jersey numbers, so he did not have one, but they still wanted to recognize him for his play, if not for him as a person, because he was not the best person. But we have Lou Whitaker, Alan Trammell, Hank Greenberg, Al Kaline, just some legends of the game have played for the Detroit Tigers, and I'm sure we are very, very close to getting a Miguel Cabrera retired number. He just finished playing last season, so they probably haven't gotten around to it yet, but I am sure that is on the way. And of course, every Major League Baseball team has retired number 42 in honor of the great Jackie Robinson. What a fun night at the Lakeland Flying Tigers. There was a no-hitter actually going really late in that game. And here's an interesting fact about me. Of the hundreds and hundreds of baseball games I have seen, professional, every level, I have never seen a no-hitter as a fan. I caught one once as a player, but I never actually witnessed one as a fan or as somebody who has worked in baseball at times. The closest I came was a few years ago. I worked for both the Tampa Bay Lightning and the Tampa Bay Rays. I no longer work for either of them. And there was a hurricane, so they canceled the Rays games the one night and had a double header the next day, which also happened to be the day that the Lightning were playing a Stanley Cup Finals game. So I worked the first Rays game, and then I had to leave to go work the Tampa Bay Lightning Stanley Cup Finals game, and the Rays threw a no-hitter in the second game of the doubleheader. Game also ended on a walk-off walk. Bases were loaded, guy walked, and that drove in the winning run. So definitely an interesting game here in Lakeland. This is a fun park because Detroit is the home of Little Caesars. They have Little Caesars pizza in the venue. I know that's kind of a fun thing. It's where Detroit plays their spring training, and then the Flying Tigers play low single A here. So another fun ballpark I got to show you. I'm gonna head out now. Please do me a favor, like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll